Hi, Carl and Bev. This is your good friend, Bill Chase from Southern California. I am just delighted that I have the opportunity to make this video on a special occasion, 50 years of Rotary International membership. Wow, you've got me beat by at least 35 years. But you know, I thought you were older than that. I thought you were one of the original four, along with Paul Harris, who actually started Rotary, but I might be wrong. But nonetheless, I am thrilled to be able to say congratulations through this technology and wish you and Bev all the very best. I'll never forget the time when, before I moved to Southern California, that once a month the three of us would meet for dinner. And it was such a joyous occasion each time. We had so many things to talk about. I also want to thank you for being my mentor. You were district governor at least 1 year before I was, and you turned over the district office files, you showed me the ropes, and you sent me on my way, literally. And then I was able to do that same thing to Mike McCullough when he succeeded me as district governor of 6400. It's a super district, and it's only super because of people like you, Carl. Congratulations, love you both, and I'm going to send you a small gift. It'll be coming in the mail very shortly, and I know that you will treasure this. And if you don't like that one, I've got this one as well. So pick either one or save them both and wear them with pride. But wear the Rotary wheel with pride first. Love you too. Congratulations.
It's great to be here, Neil, with you. My governor when I was president, Neil Ballheim, past district governor, 84, 85.
Correct, again.
Yep. And it's good to be with you, and then you're supposed to talk about me.
Mike McCullough came from the golden years of Rotary,
Yeah.
whereas Ballheim came from the olden years of Rotary because of our age difference.
Well, we're not here to talk about ourselves. We're here to talk about Carl Riegal, good friend of all of ours. You know, he's had 50 years of Rotary experience.
Rotary service.
Rotary service and experience.
And experience.
And that's fortunate for our organization, for the club in Livonia, for definitely our district. And what a great year he had when he was governor.
It just so happened when he was governor, he lived in Farmington Hills, but he was in the Livonia Rotary Club.
Oh.
So I used to meet with Carl and Bev every Friday night at the Leather Bottle in Livonia, where we would break bread and have a couple of pops and discuss what's going on in Rotary. Now, we didn't solve any problems, we just thought we did.
I know
it was a nice exercise.
There's a couple other stories bubbling under the surface. We may want to leave those there.
We may get to that later.
But you know, Carl's year in Rotary, you know who his president was? Do you remember that?
Royce Abbey.
Royce
Abbey
Yep.
from Australia.
That's exactly right. You remember the theme?
Theme was, don't tell me, put life into Rotary, your life.
That's exactly right. Put life into Rotary, your life.
I can't believe I remember that.
We're going to do this pump you up thing if we could remember the line. Anyways, but I've got a lot of information. I looked back in the archives. In fact, I've got it on my iPad, my new iPad. I got the directory.
They didn't have iPads back in his.
Well, no, they didn't. But it literally it's on my iPad.
Oh, physically
it's right,
on your
right
iPad.
Here. It's right here.
So you copied it.
Yeah, we got pictures of Hugh Archer.
Hugh Archer,
He was
I remember him well.
Incoming president that year.
Yeah.
There's Carl.
There's Carl.
There's Carl right here.
With the reverse mohawk.
With the reverse mohawk.
Yeah, isn't it cute?
but here it is. But here's what I'm pointing to. But here's Bill Chase, who we talked about earlier. And who is that guy?
That's Mikey McCullough. Talk about
that's
hair.
A few years
ago.
Yeah. It's absolutely
Yeah. Do you know where he had his district conference?
Yes, I do. It was in Grand Traverse. Yeah, I think it was
the resort.
Yeah, it was the resort. It was great up there. It was relatively new at that time. And so I remember it was a stunning location to have a district conference. And we just mentioned his name, but Bill Chase. Did you realize before that he had a twin brother?
Oh yeah, I knew. But
you knew?
Yeah, but it was great at the conference when they did their black and white routine.
Exactly. They did Me and My Shadow, and that was great. That was one of the highlights. And I tell you, it was only Carl Riegal that could have gotten Bill to do that, because Bill wasn't, he was Well, he was sort of shy back then.
But you know, the only thing is the timing at the end.
Yeah.
His brother came out too quick.
Really?
Remember? Yeah, it was black.
Are you crazy? It was 25 years ago. You're crazy? You
No,
remember
no,
that? How did he came up?
I
Okay,
do,
okay. Okay, it wasn't 25 years ago, it was 22.
22. So what were you drinking in those days?
I was still on scotch, yeah. Yeah, I was still on
Some
scotch.
things never change, right?
But I'll tell you, one other memory that occurs to me at that time, a young, aspiring district Rotarian, was how Bev and Carl welcomed Sherry and I with open arms to the Christmas gathering that governors have. And I remember being in their home, and they were just very, very gracious. I remember that. And,
those are great times and great experiences. It's a shame that not every Rotarian has the opportunity to experience what a governor experiences.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to go through all that work and all of this stuff, but it's a fabulous thing.
Absolutely. But you know, when you talked about coming down here and talking about Riegal, I thought they were talking about the Buick Riegal.
No. It's a
Car.
Carl, not a car.
Okay, not a car.
See?
I see. Yeah. Well.
Carl.
Okay. Well, anyways, we wanted to get that line in there. This is some of the good stuff. Oh, is that for
Talk about a
you?
line.
Sorry, folks. That's about all we have. We got a phone call coming in. So
It could be a $20,000 funeral.
yeah, we'd love to talk with you further. No, go ahead.
Stand by.
No, what the hell? This is live TV.
Hello.
I know.
Yes, Pat.
It's a funeral. He's got a funeral to work.
I'm pleased to make some comments about Carl Riegal. Carl has had a tremendous commitment to Rotary over the years. He's a good guy, he's a good family man, he's a good friend. His commitment to Rotary has been involved with his leadership, being president of the club, being the district governor. The year he was district governor, I was a club president, and we started the Livonia AM Club, which is still continuing today. He continues to support Rotary, both the local club, and all of his family members are Paul Harris Fellows, and Paul and Carl and Bev are multiple Paul Harris Fellows. He plays golf with Jim and me and some other club members, and we have a good time socially with Carl. And we want to congratulate him on his 50th anniversary of perfect attendance.
Well, I don't know what to add to that, Dick, because it's so much right there what you've just said. But I've known Carl for a little over 20 years now, from the first time I joined Rotary. And for the last 5, Carl's perfect attendance of 50 years has encouraged me to have 5 years of perfect attendance. And I think that's because I get to ride with Carl every week. So I learn lots of things about what Carl is thinking on a weekly basis, as you can, at Rotary, can only imagine. But Carl is truly a Rotarian that exemplifies everything there is about Rotary.
Is there anything else for this board for this evening before we adjourn?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I would like to make a motion that we honor past District Governor Carl Riegal for 50 years as a Rotarian, and furthermore that we honor him at the installation dinner that will be held on the 28th day of June 2010.
Is there support for that motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move that I support the resolution and move that we declare the resolution adopted by you by acclamation of the board.
I agree with that. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?